Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today, we're continuing our 5-year rebuild series here on the YouTube channel. Today, we're doing the Colorado Buffaloes. Now, Colorado, they had an all-right year. Deion's here. Deion has resurrected this program. They are really good. They're going to be really good this year with Juju Lewis and Kendall Slovis. I believe Caden Salter. My bad. I don't know who I was thinking of. With their quarterbacks, they also got a great defense coming back. I mean, they should be really good this year. And right now, if I'm not mistaken, Travis Hunter, this is probably going up after the 2025 NFL Draft. I'm sure Travis Hunter went top 10. Of course, Shedeur probably went to a better team than in the top 10 because it seemingly, I don't know, for whatever reason, Shedeur Sanders has fallen in the draft. Make that make sense. I don't know. But right now, Colorado, they come as an 84 overall total, 84 offense, 85 defense. I run the spread into base 4-3. Prime time. Let's get going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is Colorado's roster. We have Shedeur Sanders. I think he's going to be really great in the NFL. I don't know what the deal with the NFL and their hate towards this guy, but I think he's going to be a sub. There are idiots that think Jalen Milroe and Jackson Dart are better than the Shore. Clearly, they're fucking stupid. And I'm sorry to cuss because it's the truth. They're fucking dumb, okay? I got to call it out when I see it. So we have Shedeur. Only problem, we have him for a year, though, and we really have no other QBs. And we don't have access to Juju Lewis, the freshman that went there this year. We have Isaiah Augustine. We do have Dallin Hayden Welch. We do have Brandon Hood, 96 speed. Now, I know Coach Bribe doesn't like the redshirt freshman, but I will redshirt freshman. We have Travis Hunter. He's a 99 overall, of course, the Heisman Trophy winner in real life. Probably a top pick in the draft. We have Jimmy Horn Jr., I think could be a sleeper in the NFL draft or, a sleeper this NFL season. We have LaJohntay Wester, another sleeper pick. Will Shepard, another sleeper pick. These Colorado receivers, bro, I think these three are going to be very underrated in the NFL draft. They probably, hopefully, got drafted. Omarion Miller, he'd be a sophomore. We have Darian Miller, 75 freshman. We're probably going to redshirt him. Same with Cam Mitchell. We want to be very good for year 5. We have Savon Smalls, the tight end. We have Charlie Williams. I don't know if I know him. How about this guy, Jordan Seaton? Now, the problem is we're going to have to start him. I would love to keep him for year 5, but it just ain't going to work out that way. Justin Myers. We have Hank Zilgis. Cash Cleveland, the freshman. I love Cash Cleveland. I believe in real life he is transferring to another school, but I'm going to probably redshirt him, so we have him for year 5. Big fan of Cash Cleveland. Think he's going to be really good wherever he goes. Dayan Hayes on defense. We have B.J. Green. I don't really know any of these defensive players, if I'm being honest. Cokes. No, him. I think he was a transfer from Kentucky. No good left out. Nikhil Hill-Green. Trevor Woods and Johnny. I don't know any of these guys, to be honest, but we do need middle linebackers. Jalen Webster, Levante Bentley. Those guys are going to be good for us. How about McKinley? We have Hood, Hodges. Really, I don't know any of these cornerbacks. Cornerback's a little weak. I know we have Travis Hunter. I think he'll be able to play both ways. How about Shiloh Slanders? I think he'll be. I hope he's good in the NFL, but we'll see. We'll see if he's good in the NFL. Cameron Simon Craig, Herman Smith, the third. I believe this guy, walk-on, he now is on scholarship in real life. Good for him. Andrello Mata, Jace Feely, Mark Vassett. So, as we can tell, this roster is very transfer portal-ish. There are a lot of juniors, a lot of seniors, not a whole lot of freshmen. So, we got to get recruiting and get some talent for Coach Prime. Let's go. Eric Perez, committed. Alfonso Steven, committed. Juan Body, committed. Jaquan Stoke, committed. Damian Clark, committed. Timothy Orlando, committed. Rico Abel, commits. Mosh Hood Ugokui, commits. Jeremy Stromberg, commit. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Heisman Trophy winner is Riley Leonard, quarterback of Notre Dame. He had 2,686 yards, 29 tutties, and 1 pick. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, taking on the Utah State Aggies. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Guaranteed Rate Bowl champions of the world. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the stats for year 1. Shedeur Sanders, 3,398 yards, 339 for 366, 33 tutties, 4 picks, 65% completion percentage. Rushing, Augustine, 168 for 648, 11 tutties. Shedeur, 95 for 606, 4 tutties. Charlie had 41 for 161, 2 tutties. Webster, 19 for 152, 2 tutties. Receiving, Travis Hunter, 56 for 884, 9 tutties. Webster, 55 for 810, 10 tutties. Jimmy Horn Jr., 52 for 626, 5 tutties. Shepard, 30 for 618, 8 tutties. Smalls, 25 for 282, 1 tutty. Charlie, 9 for 8. Augustine, 8 for 58. Miller, 3 for 31, 1 for 6 for Sam Hart. Defensively, Nakeem Hill Green with 94 tackles, 58 for Shiloh. Simon Craig, 57, 55 for Riley. Hayes with 53, 50 for McKinney. Gant with 42. BJ Green the second with 41, along with Chaduzzi. Douglas Wallace, 11 by Deion Hayes. Samuel with 7, 6 by BJ Green. Nikhil Hill Green with 5, along with Charduzzi. 2 for Simon Craig. Cokes with 2, 1 by Riley, McKinney, and Gant. Sacks, 9 by Hayes. Chaduzu with 7, 5 by BJ Green the second. Samuel with 3.5, 1 by Arden Walker. Half sack for Hill Green. Interceptions, 3 by Simon Craig. Riley with 3, along with Gant. 2 by Hill Green and McKinney, and 1 by Bentley. Year 1, we made a bowl game and we won it. Let's build on it. I ain't hard to find. Holy moly, Miami, the Hurricanes got their dick shoved up their ass. It wasn't even close. Oregon 43, Miami 3. And you all complain about TCU. Nico Wand committed. Aiden Pounds committed. Josh Boutte commits. Ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 21st best class in the nation, best in the Big 12. We've got the talent. Let's put it together here in year 2. We might take a little step back, but I ain't hard to find. You got to believe. We coming. Johnny Montelelli committed. Henry Kuntz committed. Cam Owens committed. Ray Chickalo committed. Zaire Baloga committed. Kerry Manelli committed. Larry Melvin committed. Richard Applewhite committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ranked 11th in the nation, and we're going to the Big 12 title, taking on the Arizona Wildcats. And ladies and gentlemen, we have won the Big 12 title. I told you we coming, and we are here. Let's go, Coach Prime. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Heisman Trophy winner is Drew Aller, quarterback of Penn State. He had 3,493 yards, 44 tutties, and 0 picks. Mitchell Dillard committed. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic, taking on the Tulane Green Wave. And ladies and gentlemen, we fall 24-10 to Tulane. WGF. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 2 stats. Eric Perez, 3,003, 67 yards, 273 for 425, 27 tutties, 12 picks, 64% completion percentage, only going to grow. Welsh, 160 for 806, 6 tutties. Perez, 130 for 624, 9 tutties. Charlie, 41 for 185, 1 tutty. Omarion Miller, 19 for 121, 2 tutties. Augustine, 14 for 44, 5 tutties. Receiving, Draylon Miller, 53 for 844, 4 tutties. Omarion Miller, 63 for 791, 10 tutties. Corden Russell, 68 for 777, 5 tutties. Cam McHale, 28 for 440, 432, 4 tutties. Brady, 22 for 239, 2 tutties. Micah, 27 for 178, 2 tutties. Charlie, 9 for 95, 2 for 7 for Augustine. And Timmons Jr., 1 for 4. Defensively, 74 tackles for Stoutman. McKinney, 71, 70 for Webster. Body with 68, with the bodies at the floor. Robinson with 62, 51 for Ridley. And Colton Hood with 48. Tackles for loss, Samuel with 13, 6 by Wiggins and Clark, 5 by Carter. Webb Walker with 4, along with Stoke. Freshman, let's go. 2 for McKinley and Body, with the bodies at the floor. Robinson with 2 and Bow with 2. 1 by Webster, Hood, Garcia, and McNeil. Sacks, 8 by Webb Walker. 3.5 by Samuel. Walker with 3.5. 3 by Wiggins. 1.5 by Stoke. Clark with 1. Carter and Webster also with 1. Bow, Garcia, McNeil with 0.5. Interceptions, 4 by McKinney. Carter with 2, along with Robinson and Hood. 1 by Ridley, Wester, and Hardage. Not the way we want to go out, but we'll get them next year. Believe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in year 2 natty, it was a Georgia-Ohio State classic of a game. 27-21, Georgia on top. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 6th best class in the nation. Of course, the best in the Big 12. We ain't hard to find, baby. Let's go to year 3. Matthew Charlton committed. Josh Rowland committed. Mike Massey committed. Tremaine Cornell commits. Lane Meek committed. Steven Stammer has committed. Nick Ajibo commits. Huge Eason committed. Rico DiMarco commits. Johnny Lemons committed. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Heisman Trophy winner is Nico Amalivania. He had 4,113 yards, 38 tutties, and 2 picks. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Alamo Bowl, taking on the Maryland Terps. And ladies and gentlemen, we are Alamo Bowl champions of the world. Let's go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here are the year 3 stats. Eric Perez, 3,745 yards, 273 for the 86, 36 tutties, 6 picks, 70% completion percentage. Welch, 171 for 705, 8 tutties. Perez, 106 for 397, 1 tutty. Augusta Salvi, 57 for 210, 6 tutties. Miller, 21 for 118, 1 tutty. Michael, 61 for 989, 5 tutties. Miller, 66 for 865, 15 tutties. Draylon Miller, 58 for 713, 5 tutties. Russell, 32 for 689, 9 tutties. Charlie Williams, 23 for 267, 1 tutty. Asagaev, 51 for 114, 1 tutty. Welch, 118 for 108. Defensively, 72 tackles for Chase Martin. Stoudemire with 65, 64 for Hargrave. Hood with 56, along with McKinney and Body. 45 for Riley and 44 for Stoke. Tackles lost 8 by Samuel. Quincy Wiggins with 6, 5 for Stoke, Clark, and 1. Martin with 3, along with Isaiah and DJ McKinley. 1 by Stoudemire, McCoy, Webb, Walker, Garcia, and Melvin. Sacks, 9 by Wiggins, 7 by Stokes, 3.5 by Samuel. Damian with 2.5, 2 by Juan. Webb, Walker with 1, 1 by Davis Swan. Chase Martin with 0.5, along with Stoudemire, McCoy, Garcia, Hood, and Body. Interceptions, 5 by Stoudemire, 3 by Hood, 3 by Hargrave, 2 by Body, 1 by Martin, Robinson, and Riley. Disappointing, we made the playoffs in year 2. We didn't make it year 3. Year 4 is on the horizon. Ladies and gentlemen, your national champions are Tennessee, because you're the only 10 I see, chat. They beat Michigan 38-14. Chase Brackeny committed. Mike Morris committed. Daniel Frank committed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we finished with the 8th best class because we ain't hard to find here at Colorado. Best in the Big 12, I think, next year. I think we can do it. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made the Big 12 championship, and if we win, we get a bye. And ladies and gentlemen, we are Big 12 champions, and we're on to the playoff. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2027 Heisman Trophy winner is Eli Holston, quarterback of LSU. He had 3,871 yards, 54 tutties, and 8 picks. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the Sugar Bowl, taking on the Tennessee Volunteers. Ladies and gentlemen, we lose a heartbreaker, 41-31. We'll get them next year. Here are the year 4 stats. Eric Perez, 4,149 yards, 288 for 392, 48 tutties, 6 picks, 73% completion percentage. Welch, 208 for 1,044, 15 tutties. Perez, 121 for 462, 3 tutties. Hood, 36 for 139, 3 tutties. McCall, 21 for 45, 1 tutty. Dillard, 1 for 2. Receiving, McKell, 65 for 1,136, 14 tutties. Russell, 64 for 1,104, 17 tutties. Miller, 60 for 810, 7 tutties. Caesar, 37 for 544, 9 tutties. Morgan, 30 for 329. Welch, 27 for 185, 1 tutty. Williams, 2 for 24. Hood, 3 for 17. Defensively, Carter Stumeyer, 76 tackles, 69 by Hood, and 1. 66 for Isaiah, 63 for Body, 57 for Orlando. Robinson, 54, 50 for Stoke. Tackles lost, 11 by Stoke and Clark, 7 by Massey. Nico Wan with 5, along with McCoy. Body with 4, 3 by Stoudemire. Hood with 2, along with Chase. 1 by Harge, Lemons, Davis Swan, and Josh Rowland. Sacks, 7.5 by Stoke. Massey with 7.5, 4.5 by Clark, 3 by Wan, 2 by McCoy. 1.5 by Stoudemire, 1 and also Chase. Hood with 1 half sack for Josh Rowland. Interceptions, 1 Body with 4, 2 for Hood and Harge, 1 for Stoudemire and Orlando and Robinson. It's not the end result we wanted, but we're going to have to go get some more talent in the offseason. Ladies and gentlemen, in your national title was the Notre Dame Fighting Irish versus the Georgia Bulldog, and the Irish come on top 23-22. Steve Lennon committed. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a 54th best class, but don't let that discourage you because I put auto recruiting on. Doesn't matter, the CPU sucks at recruiting, so we have dog shit players on our roster, a bunch of 2 stars, 1 4-star, and 1 3-star, but it doesn't matter. We got our talent the other year. Let's go put it together now in year 5. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, auto recruiting's on once again. I know I didn't do recruiting last year, but it's on now. Let's get to year 5 simming. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently 5-3, and if we want to make the playoff, we're going to have to win out, so let's hope that happens. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Notre Dame Fighting Irish at home. Let's take care of business. And ladies and gentlemen, we take down Notre Dame, and we're on to the quarters. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going to the Sugar Bowl, taking on the Georgia Bulldog. Alrighty, here we are at the Caesars Superdome. Of course it's Georgia. It's always Georgia, dude. I fucking hate this school. They're so good in this game. They're like I hate them with a passion. Anyway, if anyone can beat the big bad Georgia Bulldogs, it's Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffs. Cause why? Cause we believe. We've been to the quarters and the semis multiple times. We haven't been able to get by it. Hopefully it's today. Believe. Let's go. Here we go. 3rd and 10. Perez gonna hike it. Threw a little late, but he's gonna get Gash! Wide open, baby! And that's gonna move the chains. I love how I picked up a big gain and then all of a sudden we lose 20 yards. Here we go, Perez. Run. Run, Perez! Okay, he's got some room. Wow, he's going to get close. It's going to be a 4th and 1. Kick the field goal. The ball's on the CPU. They went for it on 4th and 1. They got it 1st and goal, Perez. Here we go, Perez. Going to hike it. No one was open. 2nd and goal from the 11. Here we go. Perez. Hands off to Hood. No, can the O-line block in this game? I'm sick of this fucking garbage. 3rd and goal from the 11 because the O-line can't block. Perez, nobody's open. Nope. Just throw it away, kick the field goal. Oh my god, we got a touchdown. We have a lead, 18-7. 18. I don't know who got the touchdown, but we failed the 2-point. We're up 18-17. All right, 3rd and 9. This is a big one. Here we go, Perez. We got to get points some way, somehow. X marks the spot. Teague! Woo! 1st down. 3rd and 16. 2:05 in the clock. Here we go. He fumbled it. This fucking O-line in this game is fucking horrendous. No timeouts. We're down 21-27. Actually, we have 1 timeout. Could help. Perez. Nobody's open. Nobody gets open. And the O-line can't block. This O-line is fucking horsecock, man. Block. 2nd and 10 here. Come on. I see a man open, but the line don't give me protection! Here we go, Perez. Please. I hate this fucking game. I hate this game. The O-line sucks. Fucking O-line. I failed, Coach. We could not get out of the fucking quarters. I failed Coach Prime. This offense was fucking horrendous. I think I focused too much on the defense and let us down. Fuck Georgia! I legitimately hate playing Georgia in this game. Every fucking 5-year rebuild, I hate playing Georgia with a passion. Fuck Georgia. Fuck them! I failed Coach Prime. I did my best. I mean, I think we focused a little bit too much on the defense, and I completely ignored the offense. And looking back on it, maybe I should have recruited year 4 because the CPU can't fucking recruit for me. It is what it is. We tried. We gave it our best shot. It is what it is. We'll get them next year, champ. Hit like, hit subscribe. When you hit like, subscribe, motivate me to keep doing this. Comment down below. If you leave a comment, it cheers me up from this fucking Georgia game, man. I fucking hate Georgia with a passion. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I want you to have a great day, have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I'm out.